Just when I thought Vietnamese horror movies were turning the tide and starting to get really good, because recently I saw The Sisters and that was fantastic. Then this movie comes out and kind of reminds me why Vietnamese horror movies are just not that great. This is called Ma Ya, which I believe is how the characters keep saying it, even though it seems to be written Ma Da, the drowning spirit. What's it about is a woman who is a diver for bodies in the river. She fishes out dead bodies, and this particular river or area, village, is known for their Maya spirits. In fact, it's a drowned person who turns into a spirit who then collects other children who have been, or drowns other children, or in fact, it just drowns people, not just children. The original thing when I read about Maya, the folklore tale, said it was children, but the movie seems to imply that it's everyone. Anyway, besides the point, her little daughter finds a doll in the water, befriends the doll. It seems to call the Maya spirit from the river, and eventually the spirit takes the daughter when all of the signs align, moons and dates and etc. like that. Again, steeped in folklore tale that I don't quite understand. I tried to understand it. The problem is the movie is just, it's hard to put one exact reason as to why it's not exciting. It could be the poor translation of the movie that's available, and it's the Netflix version which really surprises me that the translation's so poor of this film. I would have expected something a lot better. But on top of that, it's the last 30 minutes go a little bit off the rails, and to me felt very Chinese horror movie-ish. And I was expecting at the end it to be all just a big misunderstanding and a big surprise, and hey, look, there's a person in a rubber mask. And you know what? It was probably 2 steps off that. The woman goes utterly insane, and I started to question whether the daughter was even real at any one time. And if you've seen the movie, you'll probably look at it and go, oh yeah, like what happens in this film? There's so much backstory retelling about scenes that you've seen in the movie that kind of just make no sense. That if they did happen in real life, why everyone was just entertaining this woman's mental illness. And in the end, that's what I felt like it was. It was a movie about a lady who was gone a bit crazy because her daughter was missing, and she blamed the Maya spirit in the river. The movie goes for jump scares quite a few times, which, if that's what you like in horror, great. But it's cheap horror when you go for a jump scare. It's not building up enough tension to make you feel creeped out. It's not the kind of horror that I enjoy, and thus I didn't enjoy this film. And if you did, fabulous. I'd be curious to know why you enjoyed this film. I mean, everyone has different tastes, I get it, but there's just something a little bit off about this film that I didn't quite get. So using the patent pending ghost rating, which stands for great horror or stupid trash, I'll give this 2 ghosts, because it's not 1 ghost level, it's not complete Chinese horror movie disaster level, but it's not quite coherent enough to be a movie that's enjoyable. Even for 90 minutes long, it feels really long in the middle. It really just kind of labors itself out, to the point where I was watching the movie on kind of speed up because I just wanted the whole thing over and done with. But I'd be curious to know what you thought of Maya, the Drowning Spirit, the latest Vietnamese horror film. I would seriously recommend watching The Sisters, or Gum, when that comes out. That is fantastic. That is Vietnamese horror done right. This isn't. Anyway, I am the Arty Dans. You are watching either the SHOCKMANIA or the Arty Dans channels. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave your opinion below, and promise I'll catch you next time.